As you have just pointed out, the issue of the programmatic approach to planning has posed challenges to police. We have been domiciled under the Governance and Security Program. Honorable Chairperson, the sector, police would ideally belong to more than one program. For example, tourism, infrastructure development, mineral development, and administration of justice. In the following financial year that we are here to present, the BFP, it's only the sector for administration of justice that has contributed to policing services. So just for the committee to note that when other programs are presenting, there is a component that of policing that remains unfunded. And that explains why our budget has reduced by 151 billion from the current financial year. It is not that there is a problem with the police. It is actually that under the program approach, it is the programs that share the resources, and that's how we came to that. Honorable Chairperson, because of the increase in the general population also, I think there is a problem with this. I can talk without the microphone. The current police population ratio is 1 to 898, up from last year. Last year we reported it 1 to 847. So that means that we have a challenge in the numbers, because that means we need to recruit more people. We have a deficit of 40,000 personnel if we are to have the ratio of 1 to 500. Honorable Chairperson, also the attrition rate of police has increased to 1,000, and yet recruitment is under cap, as you are aware. And then lastly, there are challenges that are coming with the oil and gas. Uganda has a section of 260 kilometers of the oil pipeline, which police is supposed to survey and police all along the line. We need human resources, we need equipment, and nothing has been provided. So those are the challenges that police is envisaging in the next financial year. Honorable Chairperson, I want to take members to the presentation on page 3 that has the budget performance. And as you can see, the approved budget for this current financial year was 900 billion. We got a supplemental of 75 billion. That's giving us a revised budget of 975 billion. By the end of the second quarter, 485 billion had been released. We spent 471, which is 49% of the budget released spent, and giving a total of 48.3% as spent. Out of what was released, we spent 97.12. Honorable Chairperson, the balance is wage. That's why we could not spend 100%, and then a few procurements. On the issue of the supplementary budget of 75 billion, it was basically for promotions, wage enhancement for the scientists, pension and gratuity. And then we have contractual obligations for the CCTV maintenance and the security vehicles that were taken away from police to judiciary, which we are supposed to replace. On B1, physical performance, Honorable Chairperson, the crime rate has slightly reduced from 502 to 457 per 100,000. This is attributed to CCTV camera expansion, K9, community policing, However, we note that crime has shifted from the urban areas to the peri-urban and rural areas where there is no CCTV coverage. Number 2 and 3 have been explained by the Honourable Minister. In the interest of time, I can go to Roman 4, where 176 firearms and 708 rounds of ammunition were recovered in Karamoja in that operation of ASTU. We've conducted community policing in the country. We've secured by-elections in Busongora, in Kasese, Kimbiri, in Kisoro, and Soroti, and Gogonyo in Palisa. We enforced the lockdown in Mubende and Kasanda to avert the spread of Ebola, and they successfully police 106 traffic offenders were arrested and fined in operations that were recently conducted in the country. Then we saved 136 people in fire and maritime emergencies. Honorable Chairperson, police has recruited 1,300 PPCs who are undergoing training currently at PTS Kabalia. We have conducted specialized courses for 454 personnel. We are developing the police doctrine, commissioned 465 accommodation units in the country, and installed 5,000 double occupancy unipods. Honourable Chairperson, I would like to take members to page 5 on the proposed allocation of the budget the next financial year. Under wage, the budget has not changed. It is 383. Non-wage, the budget has changed a bit because of the 1 billion that we are getting from the Administration of Justice program, raising it from 305 to 306 billion. The development budget, Honourable Chairperson, has reduced from 255 billion to 134, and this reduction affects the capital equipment that we need, like motor vehicles for motorized policing, construction of accommodation for staff, and other activities that would enhance the capacity of police to carry out policing effectively. We don't have any provision for arrears, in spite of the stock of arrears that stands at 75 billion. Nothing has been provided in the next financial year, thus posing an overall reduction of the police budget. The table in page 5, 6, and 7. Those are the areas where we intend to allocate the money. So I'd like to take members to the medium-term plans. On page 7, 1, under crime prevention and investigation management, we are planning to automate UPF anti-crime infrastructure, like IBIS, CRM, Honourable Chair, this I can say in full, integrated ballistic information system, crime records management information system, telecom intelligent monitoring system, data monitoring system, digital mobile radio, and automated fingerprint identification system. 2 is complete and fully operationalize the national CCTV project. We are trying to make a case for phase 3 to cover the gaps in KMP and the rural areas which are not covered by CCTV. Then construction and equipping of regional forensics referral center at Naguru, and expand K9 to 29 districts. Under the improvement of staff welfare, we are planning to construct housing to 40% of the entitled staff, embark on the construction of a police hospital, promote the duty-free scheme, develop infrastructure for education of police children, then improve sports facilities. We also plan to recruit 2,500 staff under human capital development and then do specialized training. Page 8, under institutional infrastructure development, we are planning to improve the training infrastructure at Cavalier. I'm happy to report that this committee has visited the police training school and you appreciate what we are doing there. We want to legalize the ownership of police land by doing surveying and